Good morning, Mark Lanier with your video thought for today. So it's kind of rainy outside today, and it reminds me in an opposite way of Psalm 95, verses 6 through 8. There, the psalmist says, "Oh, come, let us sing for joy to the Lord. Let us shout aloud to to God our Maker, for He is our God, and we are the sheep of His pasture, the flock of His hands." Then the next verse, this is the key. He says, "If you hear the voice of God, don't harden your hearts like you did at Massah and Meribah, which were two places that the Israelites went through on the Exodus." Now that's the verse, that's the setup. Let's explore it together. So here you've got the Israelites. They'd been slaves in Egypt for centuries. It had gotten so bad that the Pharaoh had forced them into infanticide, where they were killing their male children as they were born. It was at that point that God sent Moses in to rescue the people. God rescues the people from Pharaoh, the mightiest army of the world. After miracle upon miracle upon miracle, God leads them out, a pillar of fire by night and a pillar of a cloud by a day, leads them through the wilderness to the promised land. And this is not without Pharaoh coming in hot pursuit, God rescuing them miraculously while destroying Pharaoh's army at the Red Sea, and God leads them through. Now He's giving them free food. They get manna from heaven. He's taking care of where they go. And they get fussy because they don't think that they've had enough water lately. So they start grumbling and fussing with Moses. And Moses says, "Why are you fussing with me? I'm not leading you. We're following God." And they keep fussing. So Moses goes to God. God says, "Look, just take care of it this way. Take your staff. Let them see how much I'll provide for them. Hit the rock and water will come out." Moses does so. But Moses names that location Massah and Meribah because those words in Hebrew sound like the words for quarreling or fussing, and sound like the words for testing. So this is what the psalmist says. We all go through wilderness times in life. We all go through days and seasons and periods where it's dry and it's arid, and we don't feel like we're running on all cylinders. And there is a tendency that we may want to blame God. Well, where is God? Why isn't He here? Why didn't He have us over there? We need to remember, we don't live in the promised land. This is not heaven on earth. God did not say, "I'm going to come and give you heaven on earth." God says, "I'm going to redeem you eternally, that you'll inherit a new heaven and earth, but that this is a wilderness, midbar in the Hebrew. This is a time of dryness and aridness where God will provide for us, and we can be confident of that. We don't need to quarrel and fuss with Him. We don't need to test Him. We need to accept His love and sing before Him and bow before Him as our God. And when we do that, we'll find an indescribable joy on the journey instead of just being a bunch of ungrateful, fussy people." And on a rainy, dreary Tuesday morning, that's your video thought for the day.